Welcome back to my channel. I'm Roxanne and I'm really excited about this prediction video because it's about the man, Nathan Grant, Mr. Mountie Nathan Grant. He is like the best character and I have been waiting for a storyline just for him, not him being chosen.
And by the way, since you're here, click that button and subscribe.
So, straight up from season 6, I knew when they introduced Lucas that that was going to be the man for Elizabeth. I'm not here to debate that or get anybody riled up. It's just what I knew. And in my opinion, from all the observations and the wonderful writing that I saw, I knew this. But I have been waiting since season 6 for an amazing storyline just for Nathan, not him, being sad if he's going to be chosen or not. So finally, I feel like season 9 is going to be the season where Nathan has some really exceptional storylines just for him. Now, I have some great sources. I have Kevin McGarry himself. On Entertainment Tonight, he let slip a little something. John Tinker said something, and also Brian Bird said something. So with those resources and what I've been observing, these are my predictions. Okay, so Nathan needs a friend. He doesn't have a guy friend at all in the show. A little bit of maybe Bill. I remember in season 7 when he was really hurt that he found out, he went away to do some business, came back and he found out that Lucas and Elizabeth were on an overnight trip somewhere and Bill saw him chopping that wood. I'll put a clip here.
I guess you heard about Elizabeth and Lucas.
Yep.
It's just a reading. I wouldn't bill it up more than that.
I'm not. You brought it up, not me.
And he tried to have a conversation with him, but Nathan was like, he's very closed off, didn't want to have it, but Bill didn't give up. So maybe they kind of have a friendship, but it's not the same. It's not like Jesse and Lee, how they have a close relationship. Even how Henry and right from the get-go, Henry and Lucas kind of bonded. So I think he needs a friend. Whenever he is upset about something, he doesn't take advice from people. Lucas has tried more than one time. One time Lucas went to talk to him about his dad and he said, look, I've seen guys in these situations, and he did not want to hear about anything from Lucas, just cut him off. Even when Bill that day, when they were chopping wood, was trying to talk with him and give him some advice, he didn't want to hear it, but he did listen to Elizabeth. And I think that they will still have a good friendship. And I think it'll be funny. I think because of the way Nathan's character is, that he'll tease Lucas about it. Not to be in a malicious way, but I'm spending time with the girl, that kind of thing. And I think that Lucas and Nathan are going to become good friends. And I think this because of what Brian Bird said in his podcast with Dr. Green. He said that the story, or When Calls the Heart, is about redemption. It's about, working things out. It's about feel good. It's about building a community, forgiving people. And I was like, you know what, this is true. And he even said, he compared it to the relationship of Elizabeth and Rosemary, where there was a competition at first. And then now they're the best of friends through all this time and all these years. And I really think that is what is going to happen to Lucas and Nathan. And Nathan's going to have his own storylines this season. It's going to be not him being thrown right back in to another relationship, as John Tinker said. He said it's not going to be all this romance for Nathan. It's going to be Nathan, trying to heal his wounds at first, as Kevin McGarry also said when he was on Entertainment Tonight. And then he is going to be thrown into some wild, fun storyline. They called him up. John called him up and said, I want to do this with your character. And he's like, I am all for it. And Chris McNally's like, tell us. And he goes, I can't. So I really think it's going to have to do with the whole Pinkerton story. I'm thinking he's going to go undercover. And then because he's going to go undercover, he's going to need someone to help out with Allie. Opal's mom can't always help out. So I'm thinking maybe Lucas and Elizabeth are going to be stepping up and helping out. And I just see that coming, because I remember that last scene that Lucas and Nathan had together, where Nathan went to Lucas and they sat in the saloon because Lucas was shutting the saloon up and he was about to leave, and he's like, Elizabeth came to tell me she loved me, and Lucas is like, with this sick look on his face, and he said, but it's not the way she loves you. And I'm just paraphrasing, and you watch the show so you know what I mean there. And he says, the Pinkertons are going to be a bit of trouble. I'm here, I've got your back. And he shakes his hand, and I'm thinking, yes, these two are going to become friends. And I know Lucas wants to become friends with him as well, because Lucas has tried to give him advice. He tried to help Allie on more than one occasion. He's tried to help Allie. Those two have their own little relationship. He also without any questions, gave money to Nathan when he needed it in the very beginning, when he needed that $1,000 cash to pay off his brother-in-law. And also when he just, tried to talk to him about his dad. I think I said that and I'm repeating myself, but I think Lucas wants to be his friend, and that's coming. I will see. I think it's going to develop, because I think Nathan, like I said, is going to be undercover. He's going to be doing some really dangerous things, probably has some humor in it too, because of that's his personality. And I also think that they're going to write a storyline for Allie and Nathan to be their relationship's going to grow. I love when she said she was sitting in the cafe with Nathan, and it was right before her adoption. And she said, blah, 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 all these words on this piece of paper. Can it be that you're just going to say that you'll never leave me? And the look that he gives her, and he's like, that's exactly what I'm going to say. And I'm thinking that that is going to be a theme that runs through the storylines. Not that she's afraid that he's going to leave her, but she's going to feel more confident that he isn't going to leave her. And she's going to be getting into some little troubles along the way, because she's got that teenagery part of her now, and he's going to have to reach out and need some help, like from Elizabeth, like from Lucas. Like I said in my other video, someone thought I was trying to say Nathan was going to be with all these different women, and I'm like, that's not even this show. Is not like that. If you watched my video, I was thinking about how the community would come together. They did that for Elizabeth with baby Jack. And I feel like they're going to do that for Nathan and Allie. And I think he's going to develop a stronger relationship with Bill, because Bill's going to be in on helping protect the town. So those are my predictions for Nathan. They're not that far-fetched. I think, well, you might think they're far-fetched because of the friendship with Lucas. I know some of you have broken hearts over that and you can't get over that, and that's okay. Like I always say, you can put your ideas in your comments below. I love it. I love corresponding with you, and I like when each of you talk together, just as long as we're kind. We have to do it the Hope Valley way, with kindness. All right, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next Sunday when I have even more predictions. Good night.